If your goals aren't specific, your life becomes random. And if your marketing isn't systemized, your income becomes inconsistent. I'm going to show you how to design your life, your content, and your income using AI-powered systems. So you're not just working hard, you're building something that compounds. Set big goals for your life, not vague ones. Clear, measurables, slightly uncomfortable goals. I've done this in my own life. Setting goals for clients and marketing systems. Most people don't fail because they've aimed too high. They fail because they never actually decide what they want. Define your targets: income, skills, network, and output, especially content and products. Then follow through again and again, because success isn't about intensity. It's about consistency with direction. Being specific isn't just motivational advice. It's backed by real data. People who write down specific goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. Clear goals can increase performance by up to 90% in structured environments. Measurable goals improve productivity by 20 to 25%. Teams with defined targets outperform others by over 30%. And daily goals tracking increases consistency by more than 70%. Why does this happen? Because your brain becomes a targeting system. It starts filtering opportunities based on clarity. This is the same principle used in AI. The better the prompt, the better the output. Your life works exactly the same way. It doesn't matter if you come from nothing. No connections, no money, no audience. You still have the right to dream. But more importantly, you have the tools to build systems that close the gap. We're living in time where one video can reach thousands. One system can generate income automatically. One skill can open global opportunities. This has never existed before. Finding clients is not about chasing people. It's about building systems that attract them. If you can get someone on a 30-minute call, you already have a real chance to close. But the real question is, how do you get the call consistently? You build a content funnel. Content that educates, content that builds trust, content that shows results, and content that leads to a soft action. Only about 10 to 20% of your content should actually sell. The rest should create value, authority, and connection. That's why I love to be creative in my content, going out to different parts of Sydney to showcase the culture. Because attention leads to trust and trust leads to conversion. This is where AI becomes powerful. Instead of doing everything manually, writing scripts, researching ideas, editing videos, you build a system. AI handles the idea generation, hook structure, and repurposing. You focus on strategy, personality, and positioning. That's leverage. Your content becomes your sales team, working 24/7 even when not involved. If you want to grow financially, you also need to slow down mentally. Reading expands your thinking. It improves decision making. It increases your ability to see patterns. And rest is where creativity actually comes from. Creativity actually comes from rest, where you have the ability to see patterns. Most people are stuck because they're trying to overcome the hurdle. And most people are stuck because they're constantly reacting instead of thinking. Millionaires don't just work harder, they think better. Your audience matters more than you think. Instead of consuming, create. Write a book, plan your content, build ideas. Use your highest energy for your highest value work. That's leverage. Real growth is not viral moments, it's systems that compound over time. Build relationships with your clients. Build what your target audience is. Don't just create entertaining content, for example. Look at companies that win long term. They build ecosystems, distribution, and brand trust. As a creator that looks like long form content with authority, short form content for attention, email lists for ownership, and products for monetization. That's the real funnel, not just random posting. Your network accelerates everything. Being around the right people exposes you to better thinking, better opportunities, and better standards. Go to events, meet people, start conversations. One connection can change your entire direction. Structure doesn't limit creativity, it creates it. Schedule your life, work, content, social time, rest, even things like date nights or creative sessions. Because when your life is organized, your mind is free. High performers don't just rely on memory, they rely on systems. Create checklists for everything: content, outreach, habits, money. Because consistency always beats motivation. And think about your money system. They need a value ladder. Free content at the top, low ticket offers, mid-level services, high ticket programs. They use webinars, funnels, and automated follow-ups to move people through the journey. This is how you turn attention into income. Your audience shouldn't just be seen at once. They should see you everywhere. This is the surround sound marketing. Multiple platforms, same message, different formats. This builds familiarity, trust, and authority over time. Your ability to communicate directly impacts your income. Have conversations often. Build confidence, develop storytelling, because clarity converts. People don't just buy products, they buy identity and feeling. Your brand needs a clear aesthetic, tone, and culture. That's what makes people remember you. Speed matters more than perfection. The faster you create, publish, and improve, the faster you grow. AI allows you to move fast without sacrificing quality, and speed creates opportunity. Compelling content always wins. Strong hooks, clear value, emotional pull, and sometimes exaggeration helps, because attention is competitive. You don't always need your own product to make money. You can sell other people's products through affiliate links, product videos, and reviews. You've already done this, and once you do, you can build a book. Now imagine scaling that across multiple products using content. That becomes a system, multiple income streams built on content. This is a shift. Stop thinking like a worker, start thinking like a system builder. When you combine clear goals, AI leverage, and marketing systems, you don't just grow, you compound. And that's where everything changes.